What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised. Cobra Kai is the nostalgic spin-off to the 1984 movie The Karate Kid. Both are memorable in their own way. But Cobra Kai stands out to become more beloved, earning it a movie and 4 seasons containing 10 episodes each, watchable in Netflix. Of course, as great and fun as Cobra Kai is, we'll be taking a look at Cobra Kai's more interesting behind the scenes. The cast members trained in actual martial arts behind the scenes. Though it does go without saying that every actor and actress we see in Cobra Kai had trained in Tang Song Do. That's not the only cheese to be juiced here. Each actor and actress, just like Tanner Buchanan, Mary Mouser, Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, or even Peyton List, was put under strict mixed martial arts training, not just karate. That's why some moves in Cobra Kai may vary, from judo takedowns, jiu-jitsu holds, or even capoeira kicks. Plus, we are talking about Muay Thai, kickboxing, karate, and even some ninjutsu, provided under the show's premise. At first, the actors didn't like the feeling of their body moving in a way they don't recognize. They all soon become so good at it and became acquainted with martial arts really fast. Even Mary Mouser did not know what she was in for when she auditioned for the show, but she still managed to become the most anticipated characters in the series. Safe to say that the beautifully orchestrated fight scenes in Cobra Kai are not just for show, giving us the comfort that the actors and actresses had worked hard to make the show as good as it is now. Actor Xolo Maridueña's extreme training regime. Speaking of training, in the show, Xolo Maridueña, aka Miguel, had to train under Johnny in an extremely harsh karate training, though this may only seem to be an on-screen thing. Maridueña, however, really did some extreme training to hone his karate chopping skills. Maridueña got so good at it, he had to put up a double entendre towards his karate kills to match his character's level of karate. But that doesn't stop Maridueña from doing a ton of practice behind the scenes. This goes from perfecting his choreography, training a ton in boxing, and putting in the physical work, especially on this kick-up technique of his. Maridueña's training was even taken up a notch when Season 4 entered, where he had to train to prepare his body for the countless shooting of the tournament fight scenes. With such an actor behind the character, the director just had to nerf Miguel a little bit. Injuries endured. Something that is commonly occurred in action shows or martial arts shows is the unavoidable on-set accidents, and Cobra Kai in particular isn't safe from this and had some form of accident throughout its entire season. In fact, these injuries are not just limited to extras, but to the stars themselves as well, because 90% of the time, everything's done by the stars, and 100% of the time, these injuries are from the fight scenes. One in particular is William Zabka's first fight with a group of teenagers. It was an awesome fight, but as the shot was taken, William Zabka hurt his leg after this crescent kick. But one that adorned worse for Zabka was the broken toe he had to endure during his first fight with Martin Kove. Though they kept filming because that toe wasn't going to heal anytime sooner. Another one was with Mary Mouser when she suffered broken fingers and a strained ankle in 2 separate occasions while filming. One with her fight scene with Peyton and another for getting out of the hospital bed. We can even see the actors and actresses behind the scenes treatment after these accidents, and we can say one thing for them: ouch. Training real to act training. In terms of dedication, the Cobra Kai cast may set a decent amount of foothold in other competing shows. If you even remotely thought that the training episode of Cobra Kai was as close as they got to real training, then you're wrong. That is because Cobra Kai's cast is trained by Yanel Kerfman and Hiro Koda, a couple who's been recognized as one of the best stunt coordinators in Hollywood and other private martial arts trainers. Since most of the fights are orchestrated to be as entertaining as possible, it didn't stop the cast from training and indulging themselves in real martial arts. Even some cast was already involved in some form or another, like the second antagonist actor, Thomas Griffith, who was already a Taekwondo practitioner and a black belt in Kenpo Karate way before and after The Karate Kid. Not to mention Jason Bertrand, a purple belt in karate and a grappler. Of course, seeing the entire cast getting flailed around with constant sounds of loud thumping and shouting, as well as their pure dedication to their craft, is enough to make anyone go, you know what? The cast deserves an award. The fight scenes are as real as it gets. Remember the hyped episodes of the long-awaited All Valley tournament? We could all say we thoroughly enjoy the awesome fight scenes endowed on us by the show. Though we're not implying that the fights are realistic, we can assure that the fights in Cobra Kai are as practically coordinated to look fantastic. The face-to-face matches like Tori and Sam's, and Miguel and Robby's were shot in a linear fashion, meaning cuts were used sparsely as they recorded full-on fights after hours of rehearsals. Especially the tournament fights, where we see the awesome kick exchange, and the forest face-off, where the actors had difficulty maneuvering in. They were all real stunts. Though the mall scene is equally as prospect in the idea of practicality, the jump kick from Sam was manipulated. Despite that, we can see the dedication and amazing choreography put on by the cast behind their every movement. Plus, have you ever wondered how they took a shot of Carrie Underwood singing? Well, you got to thank the guy who gave us all pushing and pulling the cameraman around in a trolley. You could say that the All Valley tournament is as fun to watch both on-screen and behind the scenes. Unexpected CGI and unexpectedly real locations. Cobra Kai is known for its practical use of movements, which garnered only a few scenes to require CGI. But what if we told you that this bustling cafe during Johnny and Miguel's meeting isn't really bustling? That's because some of the aesthetics in Cobra Kai are unexpectedly CGI, while some are unexpectedly real. A few scenes, especially those that involved flying kicks, balancing on stools, and falling back first into a stairwell, is obviously CGI. Even Miguel's apartment when he started training was merely a set, as mentioned by actor Maridueña. But there's also some that wasn't fake. I mean, Cobra Kai is notoriously known to film under public areas, so most outdoor scenes were completely real, like the forest, LaRusso's magnificent house, the beach, the car dealership, and etc. However, the most unexpected place might be the Cobra Kai dojo. Since it's so well designed and professional, some may mistake it to be some top-level CGI environment, but turns out it's a real dojo called Cobra Kai. It's also the same dojo that was briefly shown, yet not emphasized in the Karate Kid movie. Additionally, Mr. Miyagi's dojo was still the same dojo from the original movie and wasn't touched. Well, there's more than what meets the CGI. The ones responsible for Cobra Kai. Behind the scenes are sometimes behind the scenes for a reason, because under all the rivalry and conflict between the characters in Cobra Kai lies the friendly bond between the casts. It does come natural, but it's just the acting that solidifies their on-screen presence, but it's because of the spectacular story Cobra Kai is sat on. Though in hindsight, Cobra Kai is just another karate movie. But a look behind the scenes, you'll see the creators John Hurwitz, Josh Heald, and Hayden Schlossberg's dedication to the show's story flow, involving multiple stories of different genres. And though some may not notice it, all the characters in Cobra Kai are not justified under the categories of good and bad, except they are grayed out, as each of them has a story to tell in both instances. Not to mention the multiple important connections and cameos to the original movie, from the 1947 Ford car from the original movie, the original cast, the original story, and even history. Cobra Kai truly belonged in the category of good movies, as not only does it introduce crisp action, but also delivers the soft side of each character development, even if it's a simple runaway in the script, just right behind the scenes. Speaking of behind the scenes, let us know down below what behind the scenes made you go wow. Finally, if you want more videos, just do what the Cobra Kai Dojo motto says. Strike the like button, strike the subscribe button, and show no mercy to the notification bell. As always, thanks for watching, guys!